Hey folks, it's Jim! Well, that's actually not, that's a pump. I'm Jim. Anyway, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. I built this thing kind of without folks, you know, I don't know. I needed to get it done. I didn't have time because I need to pump some fluid out of my skid steer so I can bypass this bypass valve. Bypassing my filter and the bypass valve, which is probably not a good idea because of the filter part. But I'm just testing to see, it could be stuck. One time it gave me a problem, so I need to get all the darn fluid out of there so I can put a pipe on and a hose and a pipe, right? There's no way I could be fast enough to undo it, and you know every single time I just think, oh god, we'll just pull that apart real quick and everything, and spill some. No, no. I've done it so many times, and the answer is no. Anyway, so I'm pumping it out. Anyway, and I'm going to pump it out into an old garbage can I have, an old plastic one. It's clean, never used. I don't know, it just came blowing down the alley one day, and I just grabbed it up, chucked it over, turned it upside, put the lid in, turned it upside down, And now it's probably 4 or 5 years later, I'm going to use it. So, craziness, I know. Anyway, so before we get to that there, I guess we'll just show you. Here's another different one of the burners in the waste oil furnace. I have a fan behind it, and let's see what we got here right now. Okay, 820. See that? 820 right there. Well, let's see. Let's just do it all. There you go. It's the 820, and just before the plate, what's that? 629. 345. Above that plate, there's a plate in there. There's a plate right in there, remember? Right at the top here, 176. I don't believe that. 172. My flue temperature. That's only probably about 220, I guess. Let's find out what it really is. 264. And a stream. Where's my stream? Pencil lead size. It's doing fine. I have a fan behind it. It's blowing the place. It's nice. I'm in here. It's under 30 degrees. So anyway, so it's past freezing. But anyway, the thing today is this pump. I made it. I made the frame. It's all out of an old bed frame. I have some bed frame pieces down here somewhere. I know I've been walking on them. Anyway, they're down there. I'm not kidding you. They are. There's so much stuff hidden on the floor of my place. Look at this. What a mess. Anyway. And it's not an organized mess as some people say. God, I'm kind of just looking for that one darn piece. Hope I can say God on the radio here. Anyway, here's my pump thing I made. Here's my frame. It's made out of bed frame. It's dinking around. I'm not kidding you. And I used up one complete rail. Yep, one complete bed frame rail. Okay, so what we have here, that's the big question, right? What do we have here, Jim? Okay, what we have here is a 1958 starter off a 6-cylinder Ford, and there's the starter drive. I think last video I believe I showed everybody. Okay, starter drive. Took the starter, or the Bendix they call that, off. I left the shaft out because, gosh darn it, you never know. I might just use this someday. Anyway, so, made a little teeny square, foot long, I don't know how many inches wide. Or let's find out how many inches wide. And it is, I didn't know at the time, of course, but, it's some days later. What the heck? Okay, so it looks like it's 7 1/4. I don't know why it's 7 1/4. It just is. That's what it turned out to be. It's probably because of these guys here and then where my bolts are at, That's what I think. Because it's kind of V'd out. It leans a little bit. It leans out a little bit. It's not a square exactly. It's a whatever the heck it is. Trapezoid. I don't know what the heck it is. It's a bunch of metal cut up. That's what it is. Anyway, I went and got down at the local running store a V-belt fan. Let's turn this around there a little bit. V-belt, like a fan belt for like your garden tractors or something like that. A heavy duty guy. I figure I'm gonna need a heavy duty. This is a pump off of a there's a fan's in your furnace, a furnace fan, a squirrel cage fan. It's adjustable, but I don't care. I want it to be just one way. So I screwed it all the way in to make it just fit this belt. Okay, this is a, let's see, what is that guy? Let's see, this guy is a 4-inch when he's, done. For your squirrel cage, it's variable speed, or variable, you can undo it and screw it. See the thread right there? Yep. So anyway, this guy here is, and I'm just hoping this works. I don't know. This is what I had laying around, 5.5-inch pulley at the top there. And why did I use it? Well, because it was over in the pile over there. Okay, so it had a 5/8 inside, which makes the same as the shaft on the starter motor. Okay, so I'll put down this here, my ruler here. Oh, and just because this is the configuration, it just it just works this way. And I put this up a little bit off of here, so the belly would never hit a barrel. I plan to put this on top of a barrel, or just anywhere you want. Actually, it's mobile. I don't like mobile stuff, and I like stuff that you can use on your own. If you have a car battery, you win. Alright, lots of things you can plug in, but this one here is not a plug-in thing. So, from the, what do we got there, about a foot. Okay, so it's about a foot and a foot. And I did this one here this way on account of I wanted to you could make a handle and stuff like that if you want to, but look, it has an angle iron right there. I just give it a, lift up there, bam, you got it. All part of the whole deal. Here's my suction hose. I have started it. I know it works before I even started welding this. Okay, so now what we have, okay, so there's your darn thing. And I took the band off. They have a band, and that's to protect from yuck, underneath when you're driving your truck down the road and all like that there. I took it off for ventilation. I'm hoping that's good. I didn't check any of the bearings or nothing like that, but you can get a bearing kit with brushes and everything like that, no problem for these. I'm hoping that it does not overheat from running it, okay? And the reason I put it this way here is because the pump goes one way, this goes the other way, but if I do it this way here and put the pulleys on, see, look, my little arrow right there, it says, hey, you go that way, and then the other one has an arrow on there. So these are factory, this is off of an Oliver tractor. I am a fan of Oliver tractors. Some people say, oh, the green. Well, you know what, the only green I like, well, actually, John Deere's good, but I liked Oliver's. I had one, an 1850, it was great. I love the thing. Got it for $2,500, it was a big one, and I had a snowblower, and PTO thing in the back. All kinds of good stuff came with it, like double extra tires. $2,500. The farmer was getting divorced, so he's like, hey, she gets half of what I get, so you get this thing, and she gets $1. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Drove it home during the snowstorm. That was rough. Anyway, so it comes out here, normal fitting. This Oliver here, and this is an old Oliver too. I don't even know, it's a smaller than 1850. Anyway, it's the pump for the boom, anyway. So I have it plugged up now. Put it in there, and it didn't go exactly the way I wanted to, so I put an O-ring behind it, an O-ring in front of it, and then when I did the tightening, it ended up right. That's just it's called a 1/2-inch nipple. Okay, I'm gonna use that there. I'll put a little adapter of some sort on there because I'm gonna attach a hose. This part is the pressure side, so it'll go into my barrel. And let's watch out here. You gotta keep your feet up here. You gotta be a circus performer to go in this garage. If you come to rob my garage and I come and find you, you're gonna die trying to get out. Anyway, so here's the other side. Again, this is the suction side. Okay, and then of course pulleys. You saw the whole thing. It's kind of neat. So I'm thinking the whole deal is to make it portable. Say I put a 55-gallon barrel in the back of my truck, right? And I come up to your place and say, hey, and and you love me, right? Good. So then I take my hose out and throw it in your drum. I've had a beer, okay? Anyway, throw it in your drum, and that would be the suction side, of course. And then I take the other part, I'll have just a short hose, because this will be this will be on top of probably my drum, you know. So it'll be just a little guy, short guy there, and short guy. Oh, I should never talk about hoses. Anyway, so it goes, and I'll hook this up to a cable and a switch, and I made it so that, you know, the back of your trailer hitch where you have your plug-in for your trailer. I'm gonna hook up my cables. I got some of them little junk cables, battery jumper cables that you should never use. Don't ever buy them, people. Don't buy. If you're gonna buy somebody a gift, don't buy the flare thing and some sort of stuff and some goofy little jumper cables. Well, if you do buy them, bring them on over here. I need them. But anyway, so don't buy them for someone like that. If you're gonna buy them, spend some real money and get 2 or 1 gauge jumper cables, and get 20 footers for sure. Because then if somebody's parked in the other way, you know, and you can't get to them, you pull right as close as you can to their bumper, right? And usually from your battery all the way past their car to their battery, you can give them a help, you know. And the good gauge, you know, I have like welding cables for mine. Anyway, I have several sets. I give them to the family for Christmas presents, and yay, there you go. And they're like, oh, it's like socks. It's like, no, it saves you. It'll keep your socks from freezing you. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm using the cheap ones because they do come in handy. Actually, come in handy for stereos, those big bumping stereos. Anyway, the thing is, hook them up to here, plug it into my back of my trailer, where your trailer hitch goes like that, and then you have power right there. Bang! Ain't no thing. You know, a few feet, they're down there. And then if you want, of course, you can keep the clampy parts. You know, get another set. You know, then clamp on your battery, bring a battery, whatever. Anyway, so folks, we are here with that at this time. One of the things I did, of course, is, you know, it's not the rocket science, but I put this in it. That's why it's the V, shape of a V kind of, because it started out to where it'll just get around the flange, you know, of the pump, right? And then up here too, I had to give it a little bit of action to get around that flange, right? And then since it is adjustable, because your belt will probably wear out, you know, maybe you want less tension, more tension. I'm gonna mess with the tension because this has bushings. It doesn't have bearings in there. Bushings, brass bushings. So this here, if it's too tight tension, it's pulling down on it, right? Which is gonna mess up your bushing, because it's bushing is just brass. It's not, doesn't have bearings like that. Anyway, so what I did here, you know, 1 bolt, and I don't know if we can see in here. This particular, I don't know, let's see, starter, you know, the old ones, it has a bolt on one side, a bolt on the other side, and one in the middle. It's just the way they make them. Henry Ford and his buddies figured it out, not me. Anyway, but I made it to where this here, and this here is actually just a little bit of an arc, because the belt is already, you know, pretty good. So, anyway, welded it on. It's rough. It's okay with me. I know it works because I fired it up and I heard one side pushes out and one side, you know, so that's good. Will I paint it up? Probably not. But anyway, I needed to use for my skid loader to pump all the fluid out, put the bypass hose, and then probably pump it all back in, or yeah, pump, yeah, whatever. Anyway, and then also for the few little furnaces, I have a few folks that are giving me some stuff. A real nice, like a taco shop, gave me their veggie oil, which I want to do a separate tank and do that to see if I can't get a little more efficiency. And a friend of mine, Matt from next door, he said, hey, I changed some oil, blah, 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 like that. So he had a bunch of them, he gave me those there. So I'm going through like about a gallon a day, and I'm out here and I'm warm, you know. I don't know what it is in here. I haven't been trying to get too warm. I'll look and see. Here we go. We got an old, look at that, Chuck's 66 service, 214 East Water Street, Austin, Minnesota. There is no Water Street anymore. This is really old. Anyway, S&H green stamps. Look at that. HE 3-8710. So, you know, that's old. But anyway, it's saying just under 60 degrees, 58 or something. I'm fine. You know, it's under freezing outside because we have snow and we have ice, so that's freezing for sure. Well, freezing is like if you have water and ice at the same time, that's 32 degrees, or I don't know what it is in Celsius, but hey, comment, let me know. Alright, thanks folks, gotta go inside. My phone is ringing and a lovely bride says, hey, I'm home and I want to give you a supper, and I'm like, yeah, like that, yeah, okay. Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment. Don't comment, but commenting would be good. Alright, thanks guys.